Okay, greetings. Rich checking in again. As I said, I have a really bad camera, so you're not going to see me. If I get better background, I might consider doing something. But you'll hear my voice. You're not going to get much in the way of videos from me, but occasionally I'll pop up here. This is original content by me. I just wanted to share some thoughts on what I see current trends here. Discuss the recent downtrend of hitting the bottom, heading downward towards the bottom where we were currently. I'm putting up the CCN site for Bitcoin. Might as well discuss anything else here. Pretty much, I think, as I said before, when something bad happens in the crypto environment that would impact it, Bitcoin catches sniffles and the rest of the market catches pneumonia. So it's worth following Bitcoin as an indicator of the way things are going here. CCN gives me a live feed, which is why I'm going there. And you get the advertising. This is something I'll pop up, or CoinMarketCap. But anyhow, that's what you have going on here. I need something to put on the screen rather than looking totally black, and that's what we're doing here. Just want to share some thoughts here on when you have a downward trend in the marketplaces and you're not sure where bottom is. And apparently, according to some news items, that Bitcoin's not profitable. The margin for the mine for a bunch of people at this price here, there is an issue. The way Bitcoin works pretty much is that as more people mine it, it gets harder. That leads to an arm race. So anyhow, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to discuss certain things there. There was the John Oliver TV broadcast they had here, where he did things on cryptocurrency, discussed it, talked about it, and I thought it was a good broadcast here. Didn't pump rah-rah. Didn't go nuts over it, but that's not his job, and he didn't go into the technical thing as he said in the broadcast because he wouldn't. But there was some. I want to make mention of it here because I think he came up with a good term for it right here in response to BitConnect. He mentioned Crayful and Crayful Gang, which I think is a good idea here. You can hodl. Let's call hodl what it is here, more sanely. There's long-term investing. So pretty much if you're going to sanely hold on for a prolonged period of time, you're doing long-term investing. You're going to ignore the ups and downs, which is that if you try to day trade off of this thing here in a new market, you're going to go absolutely nuts and not get anywhere. You're not. You're going to be trading on the dips and all that and not holding on. But you're going to have no one to cash out and have an exit strategy. Those who just mindlessly hodl, when are you going to cash out? Or casual hut, or whatever you want to call it. Let's make cash out SH, CASH, and move the S in it. So it's casual hut. I don't care. But when are you going to leave? What is your strategy? Have you formulated? I mean, holding on to dear life is fine, I guess. But what are you going to do? How do you know if a better investment doesn't come along? Usually what you want to do here is you want to find something better to move into. If you're cashing out because of financial things, then you have an issue here. But that is something that matters here. You really, really want to know what you're doing. On that note, we'll get to the minute here on that here. But I'm going to come up with another term here. What you had in the area of hackers is script kiddies. The way you have script kiddies are individuals who are doing hacking stuff and don't know what they're doing and they're borrowing here. You have token tots. I might have said this before in another video. But you have sheeple. They don't know what they're doing. They're following the trend, and they're the ones who get slaughtered on the dips and everything else here. They go up here. They're the ones who bought Bitcoin around $20,000. Everybody's saying go up there. They're ones here. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to go on the right-hand side here. You see the little part here on the right-hand part of the side thing where it says sell? You're not going to sell. You're going to follow this technical thing and do it because everybody's telling you here. Pretty much in short here, my take on this would be, for yourself here, okay, if you don't understand what's going on now here, and you're panicked, and you're looking at YouTube and wondering, why is the market doing this and everything else here? You shouldn't be in this space to save your life. I'm going to go with the next rule here. You're not going to like to hear this, but people are going to do it here. Take a year of your life before you put money in anything else. Study it extensively. That time's going to be wasted anyway. It's going to be spent. You might as well spend it studying. Take about a year of your life. If you're afraid you're going to miss out, okay. If you're afraid you're going to miss out, because if you don't act now, you don't understand. So then set some money aside. Actually, before you do that, then you're going to run simulations. You're going to do paper trading. You're going to discover what's going to happen here. Okay? Then you take some money. Consider your tuition in school hard knocks or the school, your education of real life education. It's your internship in this space. Expect it to be gone. Okay? And go that way. You're going to miss things out here. Anyhow. So that's what you should do. For me, I don't have a cent in this space here. Shocking, isn't it? I have been in this space a few months. I've been wanting to do alternative currency for a while and alternative economics and interest in tokenization, all that. I have an IT background. I'm investing my time in this space. I am watching these videos, trying to get up in terminology. Go to sites like this here. I have my feed pop up here. I'm working on a project here or something. I'm going to try to be technical advisor because of my IT background on a blockchain for a project popping up that's going to be doing financing, etc. I'm working on these projects. I'm organizing locally a meetup. If you're curious what I'm doing, I'm trying to bring people more to me here, and I'm trying to get where I am. To actually have a meetup group that's sustainable, get people involved with it to exchange things. I'm also positioning towards fintech. It's not just going to be blockchain, and I think blockchains are one distributed ledger, but other ones. That's what I'm doing with my time. I'm investing my time now. I am going to school. I won't put a cent in the space here until it can do what it was here. If I was going to do anything, I would invent in Dogecoin to do atomic swaps. I'm interested in making tools that work. I also want state government agencies to get tax tokens. Okay? Tax tokens. I am not going to be a token dot. A sheeple. That's what I'm doing with my time. I'm putting videos on here. Trying to network. I have a LinkedIn group, which is tied to this name here. I have an interest in distributed exchanges. I'm several steps ahead. I'm working on a project. I do game design stuff, so if I can get in that space, that's fine. I'm trying to position myself to make money off of this long term. It's a long-term play. Okay? That's what I'm doing with my time here. I don't have money in this space here. I don't need people to join in. And when I see people about John Oliver and all that, you have like a cult-like mentality over this space here. Like, oh my gosh, we got to have people join. They can't be negative. You got to do it. You're having a bubble mentality. Every single thing the feds are telling you about regulation cries out for the big whales to want to come in. And we'll get to that in a minute here. Okay? You want to know what's going on now here? There's nothing that props up Bitcoin. It has no intrinsic value, but currency doesn't either. It's a new space. You're getting hammered by tax time. People are clearing money out, clearing out gains here. This space is so new, and when it's new and people don't have anything like that, it starts declining, and you don't have the upward momentum that people ride the top, the token tots come in and go across that way. When you don't have that, and you have fear of the unknown and everything else here, and you could say things like that, it happens. And a big deal is regulatory uncertainty. The government is not going to want its currency involved in organized crime. It's not going to want to fund terrorism. It doesn't want anything else like that there. The markets. Answer me now. Would you trust a government currency to be put in this current market with the current technology as it is now? You're forking left and right. Okay? The technology is not here yet. It's not. The only pay would you like to get? Would it be cryptocurrency now? We have a lot of things that are broken now. The money's stuck in this space here, and it's falling off here. The market cap, it's below 300 billion, according to coin market cap. And that's what you're looking at. Look at that downward trend. It's heading down to around 6,000. That's about where it was before, I believe, at the beginning of 2017. It's higher. This might be an natural aggression, or if it's not profitable by now, we could be looking at the entire thing. You have a chance of it collapsing. Goes into a death spiral, reverse network effect. You think I'm fudding you here? No, these are legitimate concerns. We need to bake experience in this space here. You want to be in this space and learn it to be able to capitalize on it, because this is a new frontier, but the new frontier is dangerous. It's got a bunch of con men. And you also have uncertainty. The bridge could collapse at any time. This is what happened. If you want to minimize risk, get more knowledge. Know what you're doing. Don't just hodl. Don't just do guys going hodl gang, and all that thing here and going nuts about Lambo to the moon because you wrote a bubble. You don't do it. And that's what you're looking at here with this thing here. This is one giant economic experiment going on currently here. Unregulated, deregulated. And that's another thing too here. Talking about the other thing here. You're a bunch of lab rats in this space here. But the regulation? What we have here with the regulation, okay? What we have here is the lack of regulations, and regulations are after the fact with the punishment. But we need to build a system here to, to minimize the dump thing from a pump and dump. It's understanding pumps fine, raise the value, but then guys will cash out and dump and do it and don't care what happens to the value of it here. So this is what you're looking at with this. There's a need to bake in things in here. We have way too much uncertainty. Nobody knows the space. This could go up to $10,000. This could go up to something else here. Okay. And that's what you're looking at. That noise was some emails just came in for me. I thought I had things quiet here. There's too much uncertainty. I'm going to leave another thought with you here. The big fish aren't moving into the space yet. It's too much uncertainty. They want the government regulation. See, governments want certainty, stability. They want price stability. They want to be able to tax this thing, and they want to keep organized crime out, and they don't want to deal with scammers coming in. So when you don't have the regulatory environment, you're having a snake oil salesman coming into the Wild West out here. So that's what you're looking at here. The big whales aren't going to move into this space here. You know where big whales going to get involved with? You're going to have like Telegram. Bear with me. I don't use certain spaces here. Yeah, that's pardon with me here. I was about to say Telegram. Bear with me. Shows you how much I use it here. Yes, I do know what an encryption key is. But yeah, this is the one thing we're looking at here. And bear with me. But anyhow, the one that went pre-ICO for $2.5 billion. Billions of dollars here. Telegram. Thank you. There we go. I have it on my desktop. I don't even use it. Anyhow, Telegram did a pre-ICO and raised billions of dollars. This is a beautiful environment for somebody launching a business. Normally, you'd have to give up equity or take on debt. Didn't do either. And the investors lining up there. You didn't get a chance to partake of it. The whales will do this. One of two things the whales and the big Wall Street's going to do. One, they're going to be at the front there. They're going to get the first dibs on the ICO. Let's call it the initial crypto tokens. They're going to do it. And then they'll handle it maybe to the public. And they want to have a way maybe to have diversity so that we can minimize too much of the whale. We're talking about the big investors here. Institutional investors, not retail. What they're going to do is they'll do it this way. Or somebody like Amazon, what they're going to do here, they're going to release their own cryptocurrency. And why not? Amazon will, once this thing gets established, you won't do that. IBM, Microsoft, anybody on the network is going to do their own. They may take some others as currency, but they're going to do it. They're going to use to raise the capital and do it and get the right pricing mechanism in that early part there, and it'll be there. They might use the market for whatever else is here, but they're not going to do it now if they don't want the prices to fluctuate. You know what? You're going to be left out. That's the reality of it. You're going to be scraping crumbs here, like crumbs. You're going to be scraping the crumbs here. That's what you're going to be doing with this here. You'll be scraping the bottom. You're going to be doing the things here, thinking you have the next one here. As the market matures, and we have here. And a business plan on a napkin, that's called a white paper. Okay? Just that idea. And get it. $100,000 million. Nope. Several things are going to happen here. One, you're going to have to show in the paper how your technology works so somebody can do it and they can trust it here. Not just say we're based on Ethereum. Okay, you're going to need that. Secondly, you're going to need to have a viable business plan here. You do the white paper for the technical stuff and the theory, but you're going to need to have a functioning business model. Guys can look at, they understand. You're going to also have to serve a market space here. You're going to have a need. You're going to have a potential to show what a network is and show you're going to get there. And it's going to have to be something that's going to be researched like anything else. Research like anything else for investment purposes. That's what you're going to have to do. And you're going to have it or you won't launch successfully. And it won't just be a great idea. Nobody's going to bother because people are going to do so much of this here. And then there's going to have to be a way to show that you can get the currency and everything else having it that way. And eventually, who knows, the currency might just be used just initially launched, and their utility tokens, that they're backed by something from the thing. They're not just backed by the network, the business. And eventually, it might just end up fading out. Or they might use it, and it'll be another form of by which somebody can get additional credit for expansion. They release their currency. They pay back for services. And ends up being closer to barter. That's what's going to go on here. This market has to mature. As it is now, this is falling apart, and everything else, you have to decline for good reason. Now we're pushing back up to 8,000 here, according to what this says here. Might be. It's testing the bottom part here. This is just so new. You want a technical trade on it. How do you technical trade on it? Here's the thing that happens. You try to technical trade on this here. The black swan event comes in, or you would know about it if you understood the space. Totally makes a mess out of your charts. Government regulation saying we're going to ban this, and it's new to people. Black swan is going to throw it all over. There's no proper evaluation, and its cryptocurrency is not working on it yet. Oh, by the way, yeah, Lightning launched, so that's going to help. But it's still not you there. Know your customer and know your customer, know your consumer. KYC, and also the anti-terrorism laws. That needs to be baked in. Anyhow, I'm at the place where I'm going to ramble. This is longer than I thought it would be. Be careful. Be careful. Know what you're doing. Take your time. You know what? Hodl for a while. Prepare to lose the money. Go buy some books. Go read. Get informed. And if you don't know what you're doing and understand this here and prepare for the loss in the swings, you're not doing anything. And know that a lot more is coming here. But where we are now, who knows what's going to happen. All this ICO is crowdfunding. They found a solution for it, which is a wonderful thing. So anyhow, I'm starting to ramble. This went a lot longer. I just had some notes and figured I would talk in at this point here. So anyhow, down, down, down it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. So all I can say is stay tuned, and that's what you're seeing here. I am out, so feel free to post some comments or whatever. You may get these periodically. I just have too much other project work to work on. So I'm out. Okay, take care. Bye.